y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with a skincare get ready with me. We're going to go in the bathroom, I'm going to do AM, I'm going to do PM, and I guess that's about it. So before I get started, I have a very normal skin type. So anyway, I'm going to go into the bathroom and get started, and I hope y'all enjoy this. Good morning, y'all. Okay, we're going to do AM skincare. And I already cleansed my face, and when I cleanse in the morning, I'm not that picky. I'm not that picky about my cleansers anyway. I want it to clean really good and not strip my skin. And in the morning, I like a pump because I don't like to be fumbling around with bottles. So right now, what I'm using is this Trader Joe's cleanser that Alice for Living sent me, and I like this a lot. It does not strip my skin at all. Next, I'm going to tone my skin. And right here is where I want to say, whatever products you have, go thinnest to thickest, because we all have different products. So where I put an acid or a serum may be different than where you would put it, unless you're using these exact same products. I say that because the toner I'm going to use today is an acid toner. This is going to be my acid for today. So this is where I'm putting my acid. This is the Tarte Knockout Tingling Treatment. Heard about this on Mandy Davis MUA. It's a 10% acid, and so this is what I'm going to use. I love this. It makes my face so pink. When I'm not using the Tarte acid toner, I use the Clinique 1.0. Is what I usually use in the morning. I was using the Dickinson's and really liked it, but it has hyaluronic acid, so I had to quit using it. I can't use hyaluronic acid. It dries me out. Okay, my first thing I always do after I cleanse and tone is my Argireline. From The Ordinary, there it is. I do this anywhere I would get a Botox brow lift, and I'm going to show you where that is. And I just put about 4 or 5 drops of this in my hand. Okay, I have my Argireline, and I'm going to put it right here and this all through this center part of my forehead. Real good. Coming down onto the bridge of my nose. And right here, this knobby muscle, right over your eyebrow, both sides. Real good right there. These are all muscles that lift when you get Botox. Okay, then I'm going to go under the tail of both eyebrows, not coming down too far, and not over that eyebrow, because up here would push down. But under the tail of this eyebrow, that lifts. Then I'm going to come on my crow's feet, only to about here. You don't want to come in too far. And I kind of come up around my eye. And that's what I do for Argireline, morning and night. Then I'm going to let that soak in for about 10 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, next, I use my Timeless Vitamin C. Now I'm just going to put that all over my face. I always come down onto my neck. This is why my chest gets ignored. It's always covered up. And then if I have time, I like to let that soak in. If not, I just go one right after the other. Okay, if I'm using a lactic, and I have started alternating my lactic and my glycolics, if I'm using the Ordinary lactic acid, that would come next, because this is my thinnest next product. So I would put that, but I'm not using that today. So I'm going to put that aside. My next thinnest product would be my niacinamide. And I really like this. It's a B vitamin. I believe it clarifies the skin, reduces the look of pores. And I put about half a dropper. That's a little bit thicker. And I mix that with my Lancome Visionaire. I have used this for years. I don't know what it does long term, but daily it gives my face a nice radiant glow. And I just tap this together, and I'll just put this all over my face. And I'll just tell y'all, I can't use hyaluronic acid. It leaches moisture from my face. It just dries me out like a bone. So that's why I use this. I would not spend probably a lot of my serums if I could use the hyaluronic acid. Just everything has it in it. Okay, next, if this was a day when I was using a glycolic acid, my favorite is the Obagi, and this is where that would go. The Expiderm Forte, very active. I love this. I've used it for about 2 years. If I was using a lactic and I was going to use the Good Genes, that is thicker, and this is where that would go. And I also love this. This smells very strongly of lemongrass. I happen to love it. It smells very fresh, very active. I love that too. So that's where I would slip those acids in if I was using them. And again, I alternate a lactic and a glycolic, and I just slip it in from thinnest to thickest. Okay, the sunscreen I'm using right now, and loving, I've been using it all summer, the Nivea Sun Protect Water Gel. I put 2 full pumps of this, soaks right into my skin. I'm gonna just pat that all over my face. Y'all, I swear this soaks right in. And I always get my ears, and my neck. And then I give that about maybe 5 minutes to soak in. It soaks in super fast. I will tell you a little tip. If you're in a hurry and you need to take that tacky down, this is a Wayne Goss tip. Get a real soft brush. Mine is the e.l.f. Total Face. Dip it into a powder. I use a drugstore because it's just going to get covered up. And dust a light coating of powder over your face, and it sets that skincare in. That is all my AM skincare. So I'll be back tonight to do PM, and I hope y'all have a beautiful wash our face together and then do our skincare. And what I always start with is I take all my makeup off with the Clinique Take the Day Off, and I really like this. It's very nice and emollient, gets everything off. And then the cleanser I'm using tonight is the Lancome Energy de Vie. I have these 2 little travel sizes. I'm using those up. What I normally will be using is Cetaphil. It does not strip my skin. This lasts forever. It's inexpensive. So I really like this. I love the Cetaphil. I have not found anything I like better, high-end or drugstore. So I'm just going to wash my face. I'm not sure all over my face. It just helps everything. Okay, then I'm going to tone my face, and I use the Clinique 1.0. And I just put that on a Shiseido cotton square. Just saturate that real good. Okay, next, twice a week I do a strong acid. I either do the ordinary AHA 30%, I leave that on for 20 minutes and then rinse it and do the rest of my skincare. Or at the end of the week, I'll do the TLC Sukari BabyFacial. This is a 25%. So one of these twice a week, but I'm not doing that tonight. So the next thing I'm going to do is Dermaroll with a 0.25, and then I'm going to do my Argireline. So I'm going to Dermaroll with my 0.25. And I'm just going to go over my forehead, my eyebrows, and right here. I just go real good wherever I want it to soak in really good. And I just go up and down, across, and then sometimes diagonally. I don't always just, you know, I'm just trying to get my product to soak in real good. Okay, and then I'm getting my Argireline from The Ordinary. After I use my derma roller, I rinse it and then I spray it with alcohol. And I keep my alcohol in a little spray bottle. I just rinse it and then just spray it. And then it's ready for the next use. Okay, next, I get my Caudalie Grape Water. This is my favorite mist, and I'm going to mist my whole face. And then right after that, the Lancome Genifique, I love it. I just noticed a difference with it. So I'm going to take this and one dropper of it all over my face. Just put that in my hand, rub it in my fingers, and then just all over my face and neck. Usually I wait about 15 minutes for that to soak in, so I'll be back. Okay, the next thing I do is a retinol. Usually it's the tretinoin 1%, and I do this most nights. I do this 2 to 3 nights and then give my face a break. Tonight I'm going to use this. On a rest night, I might do several things. I would either use the Retinol 1%, or I could still use this but put it on over an oil. And that lessens the potency of this. And the oils that I use, it just kind of depends on my mood. A lot of nights I use the Sukari, and I really like this. I like the Derma E Rosehip and Cranberry that I heard about on Dawn's Life Over 40. And I would just put an oil on and then put the tretinoin on. So I do 2 nights on the tretinoin and then 1 night of a break. Either over an oil or just totally lay off of it and just do the Retinol. But tonight I'm going to use the tretinoin. And I just get a pea size of that. You know, just a pea size. And then just put that all over my face. And then I take it down onto my neck. If my neck is feeling sensitive, I will use the retinol. Anytime I feel like my face is too sensitive, I use my Retinol or put this on over an oil. And I'm going to rub it I'm going to dot over each eyebrow. And I don't come lower than my eyebrow, but I like to rub it in real good. Right on my eyebrow, because I feel like that really helps my eye area. And then a dot here and a dot here. But barely, just a little bit right there. And then I just come up, you know, just right around this bone. And I like to get up by my ears real good. And behind my ears. Anywhere I feel like my face would fall from. I get real good. And then I press it in. Okay, after I do the tretinoin, if I'm really wanting to get some activity going, it just kind of depends on what I'm wanting. If I'm really wanting to get some activity going on my skin, some nights we'll put this PeterThomasRoth Potent C. It's a THD vitamin C. It's a real potent form of vitamin C. And so sometimes I will just put a pump of this all over my face just to get a little bit of extra vitamin C, a different form of vitamin C. It's just something extra for my skin. But sometimes I just leave it just like that. At this point, I ask myself, what does my skin need? What does it feel like it needs? If it feels fine with just this, it's not feeling dry, I will just leave it like that. I like to go to sleep with just tretinoin on my face. If my crow's feet are worse or I'm noticing some dryness, I'll put an oil just like right here on my crow's feet, just on my cheeks, anywhere I'm feeling dry. I like an oil better than a cream. As winter comes on, I may add cream. But I usually just use a couple of, like a drop or 2 of the Sukari oil. Or I also like the resveratrol. Either one of those, and I don't put a lot, just 1 or 2 drops, and then I just pat it anywhere I feel dry. Tonight I'll just do the resveratrol. I just put like 1 drop in my hand, and then I would just put it right here where the crow's feet, you know, get dry. And then I'll just, you know, press it into wherever I have fine lines. And that's all I do. And I know that's kind of all over the place because I do different things every night. Some nights it's the potency, some nights it's just an oil, some nights it's nothing. It just kind of goes with, I just kind of go with whatever I feel like my skin. Okay, y'all, and that is my AM and PM skincare. Y'all let me know below some of your favorite Holy Grail skincare products because I would love to pick those up and try them and love them with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.